Hello and welcome to day 4 of 12 Cast-Ons of Christmas 2025. My name is Kirsty and I am here ready to pick today's cast-on. Now 12 cast-ons is something that Ange of Yarn and Yarn started, and it's a make-along that she runs for anyone who casts things on between up to 12 projects between the 24th of December this year and the 31st of January next year, 2025. So from end of 2024 through to the end of January 2025. And then the make-along runs all year for people who are working on those projects. I'm joining in. I'm doing 12 projects and I'm planning to do it in 12 days, although the editing and posting of them may start to slow down because our friend comes in from out of town today, and her bedroom is where I usually edit podcasts. So the editing may slow down, but I'm going to try and keep up with the 12 in 12 for casting on. I am doing it by picking a project out of this plant pot. I had around 35 projects. I've taken 3 out and added 1 in, so it'll be around over 30 anyway. And I'm going to pick it out. They are random, some are patterns, some are specific pattern and yarn combos. Let's have a go. Alright, now I have no idea what's on it. They all look the same. And we have the Ellie sweater. Okay, so the Ellie sweater has been around for a while. It is by S-Knits, I believe. And I bought the pattern, I bought the yarn for it, and I just never cast it on, as many of these projects will be. And then when I was in Australia, I met someone who is a good friend of, I think it's Sarah of S-Knits, who had the sweater and showed me her version. I was like, I really just need to cast mine on. But at that point, I was in Australia and my yarn for it was in Poland. So I'm back in Poland, I have my yarn, and I even believe most of it is caked up because I almost pivoted and did it a completely different colour, and used this yarn for a different project. But I decided to go back. Oh, now that's a good point. Pause. Alright, I just went and grabbed my yarn. Sorry about the crinkling. So it is this beautiful blue, which is now I'm not going to remember. Let's just get it out of the bag. This beautiful blue, which is dyed by Miss Nitsky here in Poland, and I think it is her Macarena DK. So Miss Nitsky, yeah, Macarena DK, which is 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon, and in the Midsummer Night colourway. So I actually bought this from a yarn show here in Poland a couple of years ago and just never cast it on. And I found this one, which is Malabrigos Anniversaire dos Tierros. So it's 100 grams, 193 meters, 50% merino, 50% baby alpaca. There you go. I picked it based on the colour, not based on the yarn content. That will be beautiful as the colour work for this. So Ellie sweater is a mostly one colour sweater, but it has these beautiful diamond colour work in the yoke. And so I bought this yarn for it. Really love it. I had chosen to pivot and do it with a brown instead, like a Camel's Too Light, I know, rusty brown maybe, which would have been quite low contrast, I think. But then I decided to come back and do it this way because I was then planning to use this yarn for a different project and I didn't like that. And I really wanted the other project in the brown colourway, which I was going to abscond for this. I had a moment of, because I just bought another sweater's quantity of a very similar brown, and I was like, do I go and grab it for this? But no, even though I have a lot of blue sweaters and I'm trying to move away from blue sweaters, I've had this one in my imaginings for so long, and as I'm discovering this week, I actually just want more sweaters, whatever the colour. So I'm going to do this as I've planned. It means that all of this is already caked up, and I've only got to cake this up, and then I can start. I have a terrible feeling it's going to be on 4cm needles, because that's what most of my projects seem to be this week, and I am running out of them. I do think I have 2 sets left. I have more than I thought I did. So I will go, I will get the pattern, it's already printed off. I will check my needles and cast on later this afternoon. This is probably going to be a night cast on, to be honest. Today is going to be a full day. We go up to church. After church we'll pick up our friend from the airport, and then we'll have a little bit of a tour around town before we come back here for a chill evening. So yeah, even the casting on is probably going to, or the cake winding will be later today. But I could probably cast on. I have to check whether the yolk is in the contrast or not. Anyway, I will be back at some point. Hey, Abby. Are you a pretty puppy? It is 10:18 p.m. at night, and I am here to show you my cast on. I didn't take much footage today, so sorry about that. We did pick up our friend from the airport. We went to our town Christmas markets. We live in Poland, and so the Christmas markets here are very pretty. The lights turned on just as we were about to leave, and so we saw the big Christmas tree all lit up, and it was gorgeous, but I didn't take any footage. I did get my camera out to take a video, and then I saw my group and I went to them, and then I completely forgot. So sorry about that, but I'm telling you, not showing you. But yeah, it was a beautiful, beautiful time. We got some good donuts and brought them back, and had another couple of friends over to eat donuts and drink tea. And then tonight we watched It's a Wonderful Life. My voice is going because I'm just so tired, so I'm going to show you this quickly and then see if I can get some good sleep. I did cake up the contrast colour, and in here is my cast on. I have started the Ellie sweater. So I am doing the size that will give me around 4 inches positive ease. I think the pattern says, I'm not sure if it's 4 to 6 or 6 to 8 recommended, but the next one up was going to be 8, so I decided to just go for the 4. I have just started the collar. The pattern is designed for a folded collar, and there is a note at the beginning saying if you don't like things kind of touching your neck, then they recommend just doing an unfolded collar. And so I think I'm going to do that, because I much rather have, like, this is probably as high as I would want it. So it means half the collar width. So yeah, I might be about halfway through the collar. I could have done more if I had done nothing but this, but I did finish grooming my dog, and I did work on her coat a little bit more. I will show you that when it's done, or put in some footage of her. Actually, I think I did take some footage of her trying it on this morning, but she wasn't a very willing participant. I have the number 4 stitch marker, so I'm going to put that on here when I figure out which way this is meant to go, so that I know that this was started on day number 4. Alright, that is it. And this one, again, kind of sad to put it away because I want to get to the colour work, and I know it's not going to be that much more to actually get to the colour work on this one because it's a top-down sweater. But again, the 12 cast-ons, and for days where it's just a busy day, that's kind of just what we got. So I'm going to put this away. I did get a special treat from Australia. My friend who we picked up from the airport today, sorry this is going to crinkle, brought me some fibre from Strength Honour Wares that I bought, but she brought it over for me because shipping to Poland is very expensive from Australia. It is 50-50 merino and bamboo, and it's just a very dark gradient. So I'm excited to spin that when I can get some spinning going again. Yeah, so that is it for today. I am looking forward to again picking another project tomorrow, and I should hopefully finish the dog coat tomorrow and maybe even get a bit more time to work on my cast-on so I can get a little bit more than a tiny bit of ribbing. But yeah, depending on what it is, I may get quite a lot. I may not get as much. We'll see. So I hope you're here for it, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. Yeah. Happy making. Bye.